I'm beginning another restoration this week. It's a maple dining room table. There's a long bench and 4 chairs. So today I'm going to get this tabletop, I believe it's maple, sanded down. It's about 25 years old, so it's pretty used. There's some fingernail polish on it, and just those fun memories of little kids. And now the kids are grown up, so I'm gonna have a nice new table to put back in her home. There's a lot of scratches. I'm about to get started sanding. I have my Duragold sandpaper, my DeWalt orbital sander, and probably the most important, a mask. You don't want to breathe in any of that sawdust from sanding all the old finish off. So I'm gonna start with an 80 grit sandpaper, and after I get the finish off, an 80 grit is gonna remove, and then we're gonna bump up to a 220 and go over it again, and then we're gonna end with a very high grit, a 320, to really make it smooth. So she is ready for stain. Got, I would say, 99% of all the scratches off. It's sanded very easily. With the older tables, usually they're a little bit easier to sand because the original finish has been worn off, the sealer, the polyurethane. And here's the bench. Wish we had like feel-o-vision so you could feel how smooth it is. It really feels nice. So what we're gonna do next is we're gonna put a pre-stain on. It's a wood conditioner, prevents blotchiness, controls grain raising. So that has to be put on. You put a layer on, wait 1 to 5 minutes, and then wipe off any excess. And then after 30 minutes, you use a fine grit sandpaper and sand again. And then we can clean the wood off and apply stains. So I'm going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stains so she can choose. We're gonna go start with the white and work our way up. We have weathered oak, and then I have a color wash that's a barnwood brown. It's water-based, it's not oil-based like the other stains, but it's a really pretty color. It's a mid-tone brown. You can see on there, and it doesn't come out red, and it shouldn't on this maple. So then after that, we're gonna go to special walnut, Jocko bean, and then we're gonna go to dark walnut. So I'm gonna get the pre-stain on, and then I will show you all what each stain looks like, and I'll let the client decide what she prefers. So here is the color palette for the client. I have all the stains. Make sure that you stir them. Don't shake them, stir them. Sometimes they get some sediment on the bottom. And then I use the microfiber towels for stain, polyurethane, anything like that. And I get a big pack of those from Sam's Club. They're great microfiber cloths. So she ended up liking the darker stain, so we are gonna go with Jocko bean. That's a great darker brown, and that's gonna be a great contrast to the white on the bottom and on the chairs as well, in the bottom of the bench. So I'm gonna get the stain color palette sanded down again, and then apply 2 to 3 coats of the Jocko bean. It's It's going to be a great contrast, so I'm really excited about it. Wow, look at the 2 coats of Jocko Bean. The table took the stains so well. I don't see any blotchy spots. So the pre-stain really did its job. Oh my gosh, look at all the different tones that we get. That's why I love working with wood, because you never know what color is going to look the best. That's why I do the color palette, just so they can see how each stain is going to go onto their table, so we end up with the best result possible. So you have a lot of browns, golden tones, and it's still drying, so you can see the wet spots. That will lighten up. And here is the bench. The bench has a little bit more of a golden tone to it. Just a little bit. But I also stained that first, so it's probably drying. The table will probably end up exactly the same. So we're gonna let that dry overnight, and then I will get it covered, and then we'll be on to the next day of painting, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Okay, it's the next day. Our stain is dry. I'm going to get that covered here in a minute before I do anything else. I just wanted to show you the products that we're using today. First, I'll be doing a coat of primer, the High Hide Cover Stain Primer, to keep seal all those tannins in and give us a good first base coat. Then we're going to strain our Valspar cabinet and furniture paint. We're going to do a matte white. No distressing this week. And remember, you want your dial to be all the way in so that you have a fine mist coming out. And add your Flood Floetrol and your Paint Easy as needed. Get that stirred up and get the right consistency that will spray nicely out of your gun. And don't forget your ventilator. So then the stain's dry. Give you a sneak peek here. All those golden tones, brown tones, it's gonna look great. Once I get the sealer on there, everything will really pop. Same for the bench. So I'm gonna get these covered so they are safe from paint and some scuff sanding that I'm about to do. The scuff sanding is just, you're using like a finer grit, getting all the crud off. The chairs are needing some help. They need to be cleaned, sanded, cleaned again. And then what I'll do is, since they have the braces down here, I will flip the chair over and I'll spray the bottom first with the primer. It comes in a spray as well, and then I'll spray the spindles too, then I'll roll everything else. Okay, everything's scuff sanded. It needed a little bit more attention than I originally thought. The bottom braces had some puppy chew marks, so those needed sanded out, but I think I got most of them. So we should be good to go. The tops are covered with my handy dandy trash bags. Haven't filled me yet. So I am going to prime today. I'm going to start with the underneath side of the chairs and then flip those over and get the top sides. So top coat of the white is going to be pushed to tomorrow. So I can do, 3 to 4 coats and have the proper dry time and not be out here until 8 o'clock tonight because my son has a football game. So we're going to get these primed today, and tomorrow will be the top coat. It's top coat day. I'm going to do 3 coats of the Valspar cabinet and furniture paint in flat white. And we got a nice layer of primer on there to give us a base coat. Forgot the most important thing, a mask. Wear it. Save your lungs. They will thank you. I'm on the last day of restoration for this set. I have my polyacrylic ultra flat strained into my Wagner sprayer. I wanted this to be extra durable since it's a kitchen table and chairs. It gets a lot of use. So I'm gonna probably do at least 4 coats, maybe 5. We'll see, but the top is looking great. And we're gonna seal that with the polyacrylic as well. 4 chairs and the bench here. And once I put the polyacrylic on, it's going to, polyacrylic is a water-based polyurethane, so it's gonna be ultra flat, it's not gonna be shiny, and it's really gonna bring a lot of those wood tones out. So I'm gonna get it sealed, and then the next video will be the final reveal on my barnwood wall. So excited to show you guys how the table and chairs turned out. Look at that top. That is Jacobine stain, sealed with polyacrylic, which is a water-based polyurethane. All the chairs are nice bright white. The bench is very rustic. Turned out great. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for next week's restoration.